Welcome everyone to today's cookery demo. So today we have a wonderful variety of different activities that will be happening, and I'm sure that you would benefit tremendously from all the things that are available for today, especially at the time when we need our soups and all kinds of wonderful activities to make and enhearten our day. So Cookery with Consciousness is a very beautiful time to be able to use that good energy that we hold in the space of deepening the experience of the state of mind. So today we have Sister Shirley, who's ready for us right now. And I'm going to invite Sister Shirley to come on, and then after we would take it further from there. Sister Shirley, welcome.
Hello everyone, a warm welcome to this lovely cookery demo for the winter. We have some specials for you for this winter, especially with soups. And we know that everyone likes soups, good starters. So I have 3 different varieties of soup that I'm going to be showing you. And very simple. Even our brothers, in male costumes can also be able to make these soups as well. So let's start off with, the butternut soup. I have butternut soup, 1 butternut, and 2 potatoes here. And I'm just going to be, it's actually boiled already to save time, but I'm just going to warm it up a bit. And if you have a pressure cooker, you can use a pressure cooker that goes quite easily. So we got 1 butternut and 2 potatoes, and boil. I'm just warming it up a bit. And sorry, you can either put chili if you like. Some of our mothers like their chili, and or if you want, you can add black pepper to this butternut soup. Okay, just a few minutes. But firstly, also when we are very peaceful, when we are very relaxed, very centered, the energy that we put into the food is the most important energy. It's a big responsibility for whoever cooks food, because the vibrations that go into the food, the energy that goes into the food has an impact not only on ourselves, but also an impact and affects the mind, the body, the health, and everything of everyone that eats the food as well. So just to give it 1 boil again. And, for those who are very health conscious, you can add about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. but in order to, you know, really have it tasting, I really like my butter anyway. It's surely, you know, quite buttery. So, yes. So I put about 2 tablespoons of butter. Normally with butternut soup, we add add a bit of finely chopped parsley, but today I didn't have any parsley, and I'm going to be using thyme and oregano. So for 1 butternut and 2 potatoes, some salt and green chili, I just add just less than a tablespoon of thyme and oregano, and I added the butter. And then, oh, I hope this is working. Yes. Oh, I use a chopping board. Thank you. So this zooming stick is really an excellent one to make soups especially. So I'm just going to zoom it up a bit. We can add in, if it's a bit thick, we add in a bit of water. And my friend here, Jyoti, she will tell you how delicious the soup is. And that's it. And you got a delicious pot of soup, nice hot soup for yourself, a lovely pot of soup. If you want to add in a little water to the soup, so that's the first soup. If you want to, you know, make like croutons and serve the soup with croutons, perhaps. Croutons, you could make it if you have some bread, sliced bread, and then you make the bread into little cubes and put it in a baking tray, and then just drizzle a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of mixed herbs, and put it in the oven. And so when it becomes a bit crispy and things, you serve it with hot soup, and it's wonderful starter. So this is the butternut soup. I just need to just do it a little bit more. 2 potatoes. Yes, normally the parsley makes it an excellent taste. And if you really want it very tasty, you could add about 3 tablespoons of cream, fresh cream into your, what you call this, into your butternut soup. So, number 1. So
Yummy and well done, Sister Shirley. So quick.
So the next soup we're going to do, this is already boiled. Here I have 2 carrots, 2 potatoes, and I have 4 tomatoes chopped. Well, I put it in a pressure cooker. You can put it in a pot and boil it with a little bit of salt and water just over the vegetables. And once the carrots, especially, they're all soft. So I'm just letting it to give it one more boil, just to let it warm up. So 2 carrots, 2 medium potatoes, and 4 tomatoes. Salt, if you like chili, or it tastes very nice with black pepper as well. Okay. So it's boiled. So here I would add olive oil, 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And a bit of thyme and oregano. Just less than a teaspoon. And same process, just to zoom it up nicely. As we put in a lot of peace, a lot of love, a lot of happiness into it. Just needs a little bit of water. It's a little thick. And if you want to make it nice and tasty, you put in 2 tablespoons of plum milk powder, and it tastes wonderful. another pot of lovely soup, and you need some of that brown mushrooms. Okay. And here I have a punnet of brown mushroom, washed, chopped, and browned with a little bit of either olive oil or a bit of butter, and served with the soup. A lovely, lovely soup. So this is another pot of lovely soup. Now we go into the third soup. I've got such lovely assistants, it's amazing. So the third soup is green split peas. In a short while, I'm sure all of you know what's green split peas, green lentils, quite cheap and very tasty. So I soaked overnight about 3 cups or 2.5 cups of green split peas. 2.5 cups of green split peas. This morning, I washed it very well, especially these lentils. They have a lot of, gas or whatever. You need to wash it very well. And then I put it in the pressure cooker. I need a soup. So now I have this 2.5 cups of boiled green split peas. This is how it's normally after boiling, with water and a bit of salt. I'm now going to put a pot. I'm going to put a little bit of butter. Say about 2 tablespoons of butter for that 2.5 cups of green split peas. And once the butter is melted, you all know what's asafoetida. King, our Indian mothers know that very well, king. And it's very good to use it for your lentils, etc., so that it reduces the gas. I just let the butter melt a bit. And I use half a teaspoon of asafoetida. I use a teaspoon of what do you call this? Jeera. No, the English word. I will get to the English word for you for jeera. What would you say?
Cumin seeds.
cumin seeds, sorry. A teaspoon of cumin seeds when the butter is melted. And here I have maybe about 6, 7 leaves of spinach. So washed, yes, chopped up. So I let some spinach put into those cumin seeds. And because it's got salt, I'm not going to add salt, and let it cook for a few minutes. Lower the heat a bit, and just for a few minutes as we get centered. And enjoy this cooking to our family. And as the spinach is half cooked, I add in the green peas, and you got a pot of lovely, lovely soup. And let it boil a bit. And these are very easy soups as well.
Whilst the soups are boiling, if anyone has any questions to ask Sister Shirley about any of the ingredients or anything regarding the method, feel free. Many people these days also have a concern about certain things in their diet. And so you notice that these recipes are naturally gluten-free. And if for any reason you want to make it vegan, all you have to do is put, instead of the butter, you can put, Sister Shirley, coconut oil, isn't it? Or olive oil.
Olive oil, which is also fine.
So these can be very user-friendly for both vegans and gluten-free, as well as people who just like the nice taste.
Boil again with the spinach. I'm going to add just a little chili, some green chili, freshly chopped up green chili. And I'm going to add half a cup of coconut milk, not cream, but the coconut milk. And so also for vegans also will enjoy this, the coconut milk. So half a cup of coconut milk. And then I give it one zoom. So that's it, my dear friends. Any questions, anything?
So we saw in the last half an hour 3 amazing soups being prepared, and they can be so nutritious and
Yes.
just a little preparation beforehand, and you can have the pleasure of having good soups at your hand.
Wonderful, wonderful soups. Some of the mothers know what dokra is. Our Indian mothers know what dokra is. Last week we served it for everyone that came for the morning session here. We served the soup with some dokra, was very nice as well. So thank you all, and thank you for making the time to visit the Lenasia Center and relax and enjoy the soup. And all the best. Be warm, be well, and be safe. So yes, these are the lovely soups to start off and keep you warm and keep your family happy. Many blessings and take care. I hand you over to Sister Dipti.
Thank you, Sister Shirley. It's always one of the beautiful experiences of the center in Lenasia is the warmth of God and the warmth of the food and the hospitality of a big heart. Beautiful.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Anyone's passing Rose Avenue, come visit as well.
Beautiful. So we've now moving from Lenasia to where are we going now? Sister Indrani is waiting for us in Nelspruit. Sister Indrani, we normally have to take a 3-hour or 4-hour drive, but we have arrived. We're at the door.
Hello, Om Shanti, everyone, and welcome this afternoon to this lovely program on cooking with consciousness. And today we're going to make some healthy stuff, and that will be broccoli bake. And the soup was very, very appetizing and very tempting. And so now we go to more tempting foods. And so I'm just going to give you the benefits of broccoli. So I don't know if you can see the board clearly.
Yes, we can. Just your voice went soft.
Yes. Can you see me now? I mean, can you hear me?
I can hear you, and we can read on the screen.
Great, great. So the broccoli bake will take a bit of time. So I'm just going to make it like a stir fry.
Can you put the paper more clear? We can only see the smiley face.
Okay. Yeah.
better.
can see that. Yeah. So some of the benefits of broccoli is good for the heart. It contains cancer protective compounds, but broccoli alone cannot cure cancer, but it will help reduce the growth, and it may be good for eye health. But if your eye is deteriorating, then you also have to see your general practitioner or doctor. And also it may support the immune system, yeah, because it has so many beautiful properties, and it may support the hormonal balance. We know that females also undergo menopause, and they have very uncomfortable symptoms. So this broccoli can actually help for that. I know when we have more vegetables and more plant-based food, then actually helps the hormonal balance in our body, and also helps with the menopausal symptoms. So now getting I have to get the assistant to help me with this. So, this one. Can't see it. Yeah. That's it. Thank you. Yes, so a few adjustments. So for this broccoli bake, I used a lovely fresh broccoli, just one. And what I did was I chopped it up fine. And this is what it looks like, very nice and fresh. And into this broccoli, I'm going to put some gluten-free oats. I toasted it, and then I put it into a grinder and made it into oats flour. And then to further bind it, I have some gram flour, chana flour, that will bind it further. And I like to toast the chana flour because it has a very strong taste. And yeah, this is how the oats look like, the rolled oats, organic oats. And then, of course, lovely coriander to put into the broccoli mix, and then a little green chili. If you don't want the green chili, you can omit it, and you can add black pepper. And then we have cumin seeds, as we discussed earlier as well. Cumin seeds are very, very good, especially to release any uncomfortable digestive symptoms in the digestive system. And this is jeera, or cumin seeds. And I have some salt, and I have some olive oil. So we'll do the mixture now. I'm going to put in the broccoli. So the broccoli is a larger mixture than the others, so that we have the benefits of all the vitamins and all of that. So I'm going to put in some salt to taste. You can judge how much of salt you want. So yeah, that's fine. And then I'll put in my coriander leaves. And this is green chili. So you can see this is vegan-free, gluten-free, so quite healthy. And just give it a little mix so that the salt actually draws out the water from the broccoli, and we can make a good mix. And so I will put in the 1 cup. This is 1 cup of ground oats, which has been toasted. And this is 2 tablespoons of gram flour, chana flour, which is also high in protein. I know sometimes when we become vegetarian, we think, oh, where am I going to get my protein from? But, you know, if you really look at the need of the grams of protein we need, is not a large amount, but we can get our protein very easily from certain foods, and especially our flour. If you do research, many of the flour that we use do have a lot of protein in them. And as Shirley used lots of other lentils and peas, you know, when you look at high protein stuff, you will see that they emphasize aspects of pea dal or pea powder, and they say that's a vegan protein. So just peas on its own, you know, dried peas is also high protein. So now we will make the little patties. And when you're baking it, you can actually use half a teaspoon of baking powder so that it's nice and light. And so when it comes out, it's a little fluffy. So what I'm going to do it, I'm going to actually put it on a pan and toast it. It's going to be easier. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to add a teaspoon of water just to allow for the mixture to hold, to make it like healthy as possible. I just put in some olive oil on my hand from this. And you see how it holds very nicely. And when it's baked, it's even better. So I'm just looking at the time. Time is galloping ahead. So you can see, I'll just make a few. You get quite a bit from this mixture. 1 small broccoli and a cup of oats and 2 tablespoons of gram flour, 1 teaspoon jeera, salt to taste, coriander leaves, like 2 tablespoons, gives it a good taste. Gets done very quick. Any questions so far? You can make it bigger than that, but just to save time, now I'm just going to put on this. Yeah, chef, I'll just wash my hands. So, I'm just going to put on the gas stove. Which one was that? Yeah. Okay. Just going to put in a little olive oil, or you can use coconut oil or whatever oil is available for you. And these broccoli patties, you can actually have it with the chutney. You can also have it with the soup that you saw that was made earlier. It's a very nice dish to have. Very light and very friendly to the digestive system.
Can the camera just show
Takes about 10
sustained
minutes.
Rani?
Yes.
We can't see your face, sustained Rani. Just till there we go. Better. Thank you.
So it's got a lovely color already. So with you just now. So we don't overcook it. We enjoy the crunch of the broccoli, which will be also very nutritious for us. We don't kill the nutrients by overcooking them. As Sister Dipti says, the preparation has to be there. So once you know your recipe, you can get all your ingredients organized, and once it's all mixed, it's absolutely easy, pleasurable, and very, very, very enjoyable to make. So I actually turned it out twice so that the oats that's inside as well gets all cooked. Yeah, it's looking very good. So this is how it looks. So if we had much more time, I would have made larger ones and just put them into the oven, and that too would have been very exciting. So these are the broccoli, call it broccoli bake, but you can toast it on a pan, on a non-stick pan, on a bowl pan, and then it just comes off perfect and very good. And it's actually crunchy as well. And you can see the insides are actually cooked also. So it looks like a fish cake, but this is a plant-based fish cake, which is absolutely delicious and natural. Thank you so much. And thank you for making the time. And thank you, Sister Dipti. Thank you for the team. And thank you, Sister Shirley, for this delicious soup. Om Shanti, and have a lovely evening.
So wonderful. So we've been so quickly to Lenasia, and then we went to Nelspruit. Any questions you have for our two enthusiastic sisters? And one of the magic ingredients that I think they displayed, even though they never spoke about it, is both of them love cooking, and they cook with a lot of love. And so I think one of the main ingredients are cooking with love. So now I'm going to put both of them on so that you can just see if there's any questions you've got to ask to Sister Shirley or to Sister Shirley. I'm also going to spotlight you.
I need to let everyone know that I forgot to mention that in the butternut soup, I always put half a juice of half a lemon. You must put juice of half a lemon into the butternut soup and it tastes wonderful. Hello, my sister Indrani. Lovely seeing you.
You too. So hardworking and always making delicious stuff.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to get where do we get the recipes? I think it's on YouTube though.
Yeah, and also I actually work out in my head as well. And so I tried out. So I tried out for myself and see whether it's practical. And then I also like to share it in Cooking Consciousness. Yeah.
So now I'd like to ask all our wonderful participants, what was your favorite learning from this afternoon? What was it that you caught as a secret from today? And you think, oh, well, I'd like to include that in my method of cooking. Let's have a quick conversation before we end the session. What was your favorite learning moment in today's session on cooking with consciousness? Anybody? I see many of our friends on today, so feel free. Anyone? Any thoughts, any questions? So Cynthia saying the main thing you've learned is cooking with love. Yes, and I've learned so much and got inspired. I've stayed with Sister Shirley for a little while, and I think that's the lesson I have taken as well. No matter what, there's such a beautiful energy whilst cooking is taking place. It's incredible and inspirational. Any other special questions or comments? To our sister Indrani, you won't get a chance to go as far as Nelspruit, so please do ask her.
Oh, it's not impossible.
Yeah. So, no more questions? Any comments? Anybody like to say something?
Any dishes you would like for your next, for the next Cooking in Consciousness? Please put it on the chat.
I think everyone is busy in the kitchen making the soup already and the bake. So,
Yes,
yeah.
I think so. Yeah, Saturday.
Okay, so if there's no further thoughts or questions or comments, I sincerely from the heart would like to thank both Sister Shirley and Sister Indrani. You may have taken note that what you saw in half an hour or 15 minutes required preparation long beforehand. So thank you very much for all the effort that's been put in, Sister Shirley and Sister Indrani, because that is what makes the cooking with consciousness such a pleasant flow of event that takes place.
Thank you, Sister Dipti and the team.
So if there's no other thoughts, let us end up with a beautiful song and go and join them as we take this beautiful experience. So I invite you just to sit back, relax, and I'll play some music and let's just enjoy the flow together of this wonderful moment that we have. So just give me one moment and let's do this.
Too much.
Sister Indrani, please, we'd like to see your face.
If you could see what I see, you'd lose your breath for sure. You are the perfect replications and the ones that I adore. I carved you from a diamond and polished you with love. Then I sent you out beyond the veil so you might choose the love. Oh, my sweet creations, your beauty makes me weep. Oh, my sweet creations, the whole world's at your feet. And one day soon you'll see it. If you could see what I see, you'd never lose your smile. For you walk in thy own footsteps when you walk that second mile. These are more than words, my love. This is poetry divine. My signature is everywhere, for all of life is mine. One day you'll see what I see, and you'll come to realize that every tear you ever cried, I wiped from my own eyes. I know your every feeling, and I felt your every joy. But you and I are one, my child, still illusion was the choice.
Thank you, everyone. Have a powerful day.
Thank you. And thank you, my sisters, Sister Dipti, Sister Indrani, for always making things so lovely and special for all.
To all our mothers, a very special Mother's Day for tomorrow. May your lives be warmth with love and joy and peace and happiness.
Bye-bye.